Hi, I'm Juan Martinez and I'm your project management instructor. Thank you for clicking this link. By clicking this link, you've demonstrated that you want to get through your project management professional certification, and you're probably considering me to get you through it. Well, I'm excited to help you get through that process, and I'm also excited to tell you that I'm going to be teaching a PMP boot camp in Panama City Beach, Florida, scheduled for 2 weekends in a row, March 4th and 5th, and then again on March 11th and 12th. These classes are going to be at 7718 Front Beach Road at the Fairfield Inn, and class hours are from 8 o'clock in the morning to 5:30 p.m. in the afternoon. If you come to my class, keep in mind to dress comfortably, and also remember that I recommend you bring in a bag lunch. Now, while there are areas to eat around the hotel and some students prefer to leave, I personally bring my own lunch so I can relax and not be distracted with driving and everything else that goes along. And sometimes I even have students that ask questions or even go over their notes during lunch. But it's your call. Dress comfortably, be ready, and let's talk about what exactly are you going to be getting during this class. Well, if you haven't figured it out by now, getting your PMP certification can be quite a daunting event, and many students feel like they're dredging through it all by themselves. Well, there's no need to do that anymore. I'm going to help you get through it, and let me explain how. The first thing is you're going to get your own copy of a Guide to the Project Management Body of Knowledge published by the Project Management Institute. This is the book that every PMP in the world had to read and study to get their PMP certification. There are 13 testable chapters within this book, and I walk you through each one of them one at a time to make sure that you understand the information before we move forward. So this is a $50 value which you'll be receiving as part of your enrollment fee. Furthermore, you'll be getting a copy of my own test question prep book titled Your PMP Exam Prep. And this book has over 1,000 test questions and that are set up in a manner to help you study. What happens is you read a chapter of the PMBOK, and then you go and you take your chapter 1 quiz. One thing to show about this book is that each quiz has a little video embedded code in it that allows you to watch me give you the highlights of each particular chapter once you're not around with me in your own personal study time. So what this means is you will read chapter 1, and then I'll teach you chapter 1, you take the quiz on chapter 1, and then we move on to chapter 2. When you finish a couple chapters in a row, then we will take a combined quiz using this book that combines certain chapters together to make sure that we're isolating the information for those specific chapters before we move forward. This book has over 25 to 30 QR codes embedded within it, which translates to about 15 hours of videos that you'll have access to after the class is done. This book is for sale on Amazon for $79. Feel free to buy one now if you want. If you're thinking about not attending my PMP boot camp, but if you do attend the boot camp, you get your own copy as part of the enrollment fee. My next book that you'll be receiving as part of the enrollment fee will be this little workbook. Now, while it's little, it's mighty because there's over 70 or so handwritten notes that I usually put on the board while I'm teaching. What I've done is I've taken all the things that I put on the board and I've put them in this little tiny workbook. So when I'm teaching the class, I will ask you to pull out your workbook and turn to a certain page, and then we'll go over it together. Now, many classes that you attend, you take notes and then you forget what the notes are about. I've attached this little video code at the top, which will take you to a short video of me explaining just this one note taker that you did during the class. You cannot buy this book on Amazon. This is something you get only if you attend my live class or if you take my online class, and you'll be receiving a copy of this for free when you take as part of your enrollment fee. You'll also be getting a set of your own study flashcards, and these flashcards are designed in a manner that when you're in certain chapters, you can locate the flashcards that go with that particular chapter. Some chapters have 4, 5, some chapters have 7 or 8, and then each one of those chapters have the major sections into these flashcards, and each single flashcard, and I believe there's 66 of them, has a QR code on here that will allow you to watch me teach just that one flashcard. It's funny because students have told me that they've watched these they've listened to me in their Bluetooth on their way to work, they've listened to me in the gym. One student even told me that they were taking a bath listening to me. So I don't care how you use it, you get a free set when you come to the class. And lastly, the last thing you're going to get, which in my opinion is one of the biggest things you'll get as part of the enrollment fee, is I will do your PMP application for you as part of the fee. I will call you, we'll set up an appointment, and I'll need about 30 to 40 minutes, and I'll interview you and get all the information that PMI wants to hear for your PMP application. I will disappear, and I'll log on to PMI's website, and I'll fill it out as if I'm your administrative assistant. When I'm done, I'll send you all the login information, and then you push send. Now, many students have told me that the cost of the class is worth the application fee itself. But I only charge $200 for this application fee, and that is also included as part of the enrollment fee for the boot camp you'll be taking. So what are you waiting for? I've taken all the excuses away. I'm doing it over the weekend in Panama City Beach. I'm doing it in a wonderful, beautiful location. I'm fitting your schedule needs. All you got to do is enroll now and take the course. Let's get this PMP milestone behind you and let me help you get there. And remember, I'm Juan Martinez and I'm your PM instructor.